We just watched the InZOI Showcase here on the channel. I'm also recording this live, and there were a lot in it. The first important thing for everyone who is watching, the game will cost 40 bucks or your regional equivalent. You have to look that up, but it would be $40, 40 euros in early access. And the early access will go for at least a year because we have already seen the roadmap into 2026. And there's quite a bit of stuff there, but the game will be at least in early access for a year. I would even think it will be 2 years, if not more. They made it very clear that they want early on feedback from the people and they want to add things to the game depending on what the community wants and what the community thinks is the right thing to do. So that's a pretty important announcement they made. They also talked very briefly about the studio demo, which is going into early access for free, of course, tomorrow, and then unlocks on the 23rd for everyone, where you can create another InZOI and you can also build stuff. And the cool stuff is stuff is that you can actually take all those things into early access. You can upload them to Canvas, which is basically their cloud safe, and then you can use that in the early access version of the game. They're also showing here some cool 3D printer stuff you can utilize. So they had a lot of nice announcements here. Another thing they talked about, which I think is very important to note, is not just early access, the roadmap and the price tag, but also multiplayer. So a lot of people have been wondering, will this game have multiplayer? And they made it clear that no, not at release. There's no multiplayer. But, and that's a big but, if the community really wants multiplayer, they want to know how, which direction they want to go. There are basically two ways of how they see multiplayer. There is the more condensed multiplayer where you are being invited into a house and then you can do a little bit something together. You can visit them, you can interact with some of the items, but that's more or less it. Or the community wants the real multiplayer experience, which means that you can just go into a world of another player and then you can interact with all the NPCs there. You can interact immediately with the other players. So let's say you are holding an item, they are holding an item, and then you can put them together or do something together, like a real MMO experience. But they're open to it. If they're doing it, though, it would take a bit. Like, this is not something they will put together in a month or three, and it would take quite a bit. They have also been talking about families. Family trees are coming later. The same goes for swimming, for pools, and that is all coming in August this year, right? The family tree is even coming in, I think, in October, and they will add more and more features, more and more items to the game as early access is progressing. Very important. That's for free. You pay the 40 bucks, and then at least till the release, everything they are releasing there with new additions, new improvements, patches and fixes, of course, they will all be free. And then when 1.0 is coming out, and there is, of course, a community to support this game and all that, then they will gladly add more DLCs to the game. Another feature they have talked about they want to add for early access is driving is in the game, right? There's driving right now, but basically the system they have tested is the automatic driving, which basically is you are starting at your home, you are driving to work, it's a click, that's that. But if you want to do the actual like first person driving and you want to drive manually, it's an experimental feature. It's in the game. You can activate it in the multiplayer, but there might be issues with it. Big issues or bugs or something like that, right? So keep that in mind. They are improving that over time. I think that's also coming in October, they said. Or was it August? August or October. So it seems like every 3 months we will get a pretty hefty update in this game, right? Like the first big patch will be in May, then the next one is in August, then we have October, and then we have December. So 2 to 3 months. Like they also made it very clear that features and the things they have already promised on the roadmap will change depending on what the community wants and what they can do. And so far, it sounded all pretty good. Like, I wasn't skeptical about the game before I watched this, but I had questions, right? I had quite a bit of questions. And it seems like they are very much aware of what makes The Sims a successful game. They also talked about, speaking about DLCs here, by the way, they also talked about some of the fantastical elements The Sims has, right? Like vampires, werewolves, magic, and something like that. And they said that they are very much open to that. But that will be something they will probably target after the release. And that makes sense, right? They are building on a new city, AI build features, skyscrapers, like actual real skyscrapers, and not like in The Sims. Like, again, they're working on a lot of the main features which are more important to them right now. And that's what they will focus on in early access to get that all in, to get that all working. And then they will see what the community wants next when they are releasing the game. And this is why I say I do believe that early access of this game will take about 2 years, if not even longer. Like, again, they made it clear that they want to be on the same page as their community, and they would basically ask their community, is the game release ready? Do you think it is now in a state where we can actually release this to the public? So they totally want like the core community at the beginning and the fans which are very vocal. And if you want a game which is completely finished without any issues, any bugs, or any features missing, then you might want to wait till early access is progressing further, or till it then at some point releases. But for now, early access, Friday the 28th, $40, and your regional equivalent. And it seems like a lot of the base features are already there, which is a really, really good sign. I was a little bit afraid that when they started to show the roadmap, that maybe something is missing, or like some of the really big features which you kind of want from the beginning are not there. And I had to laugh a little bit when they showed the swimming pools and the swimming itself coming in August, and this not being right there at the beginning. And I was like, hey, like The Sims 4. But again, August is pretty quick, and it's okay, right? Like that's pretty fast in comparison to The Sims 4. But beyond that, it really seems like all the main features are available right from the get-go. And I think that's really important. Of course, we will see how it really works and how well everything is when it goes into early access next week. And I would definitely check it out when that happens. But let's just say I'm looking forward to it now. I really do. So with that said, we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. And also, if you want to see more InZOI videos and, of course, strategy, management, and building games, which we are focusing on here on the channel, then I would appreciate if you also might consider to subscribe and check out some of the live streams we are doing. We will definitely do one next week when InZOI is going into early access, and we might actually check out the InZOI Studio demo tomorrow, which is Thursday. Yes. With that said, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and see you next time.